watching a special edition of Inside Thunder Basketball with Darnell Mayberry. I'm Mike Sherman, sports editor of the Oklahoman, here with our Thunder beat writer Darnell Mayberry, and we're talking about the NBA Finals. It's all even now. Celtics 2-2 with the Lakers following Thursday night's big win over the Lakers. Darnell, what happened to the Lakers?
Well, two things, and it was two coaching moves that I think this game came down to. One, Doc Rivers starting Paul Pierce out in the pick and roll with his big man. That gave Paul Pierce a chance to have the ball in his hands and to be aggressive coming off of picks, whether it was Kevin Garnett or Kendrick Perkins. He was able to be the facilitator to attack the Lakers off the dribble, and it put pressure on Ron Artest. So that got him going early and got him off to a good start. Then Phil Jackson left his starters in for the fourth quarter, at the start of the fourth quarter, while Doc Rivers went with his bench for that period. And the Lakers were tired. The Celtics took advantage with Nate Robinson and Glenn Big Baby Davis. The Lakers had no answer for him after battling for 3 quarters with the starters. They had no energy to match the Celtics bench.
What's amazing about this series, Darnell, is how much effort has played into it. Here we are in the NBA Finals. There's only one thing to play for, and that's a championship. You don't have any dog in it. But somehow the Celtics' effort has been uneven. Even number games, great effort. Odd number games, okay. How do you see that?
Well, I think the effort on both sides has been sort of up for grabs. I mean, it's been a question mark. Pau Gasol in Game 3 was thoroughly outplayed by Kevin Garnett. That led to Kevin Garnett's big game, his only really big game of this series. The bench came in. I don't think the Lakers got necessarily outplayed for the majority of the game in Game 4. I just think the bench had more energy in the fourth quarter than the Lakers starters did. So that's what made it look like they had more effort. But I think all in all, the Lakers played a pretty decent ball game in Game 4. But I think you're right. Whichever team brings the best effort is going to be able to win this series.
The bench. It does help to have one. And the Celtics seem to have the advantage. We went into the series thinking Rasheed Wallace was really going to help them. That's going to make a big difference. Even Glenn Big Baby Davis. But Nate Robinson, who the Knicks really couldn't seem to get rid of quick enough, has become an X factor in the series.
We talk about energy and effort. He should have energy and effort. He's the one guy who should have energy and effort. He only played 50-some-odd games because he was exiled essentially by the Knicks. So the way he was able to come in and change the dynamic of that game, you have to give credit to him. I think the Celtics are still a combustible team. I mean, Nate Robinson picked up that technical foul that almost cost them during that big Celtics run. Rasheed Wallace picked up another technical foul. So in addition to that bench, they're a good unit. They bring good energy, but sometimes it could backfire. Rasheed Wallace is now 1 technical away from being suspended. So is Kendrick Perkins. They have to be able to play emotionally and aggressively without taking it too far. If they can do that, they should be okay, but that's a big question mark with that Celtics team.
The Celtics have the emotion part down. In fact, it was a little bit of a sequel. Shrek and Donkey. Shrek 5 in Game 4. Now, Darnell, are we going to see more of that? Here we had Glenn Davis drooling, Nate Robinson jumping on his back like Eddie Murphy, the donkey jumps on Shrek's back. Didn't it seem to be these guys are in a moment of their lives and they're really enjoying it?
Yeah, they said that they're best friends. They're best friends on that team. But I think we could see that. I mean, you look at it and you say, okay, the Lakers didn't game plan for the Celtics bench duo of Nate Robinson and Glenn Davis. But, what are they going to do? If Andrew Bynum, that to me is the key. If Andrew Bynum cannot return to this series and give at least what he had been giving in the first 3 games, that's going to change the Lakers' front court. Lamar Odom is not the defender Andrew Bynum is. He doesn't have the length that Andrew Bynum does. Is not the shot blocker Andrew Bynum is. So Glenn Big Baby Davis can exploit Lamar Odom more than he can exploit Andrew Bynum. And if that's going to be a matchup that the Lakers have to throw out there, then I think Glenn Big Baby Davis can still do his thing consistently against that Lakers front line.
The Celtics even the series with a 96-89 victory Thursday night. Game 5 is in Boston on Sunday night. That's all for this edition of Inside Thunder Basketball with Darnell Mayberry, but you can stay with the best coverage team anywhere every day at News OK and every morning in the Oklahoman.